Hi everyone, this is Luxtos, and today I'm bringing you a video about Raider.io. What is it? What does it do? Why do we use it? We're going to talk all about that today. This is going to be a bit of a rambling video on what the add-on is, what the website is, and what it is used for. Okay, so as you probably heard from the intro, it is an add-on and it is a website. What is it used for? Raider.io is tracking information on your Mythic Plus run that are directly coming from the Blizzard API website, right? So there's a lot of information there. An API is a tool that programmers have created to be able to let you take information from a database. Okay, so Blizzard is tracking information on your Mythic Plus run. Based on your server, the type of instance you did, what spec you were, what affixes were up that week, how many times did it take for you to complete that dungeon, right? It's all getting tracked in the Mythic PvE leaderboard. It's right there. It's available. You can choose any server, any dungeons, and you can see the best 100 run, right? So those information are available on the official Blizzard website, and they created an API that lets you track that information. The website Raider.io is then pulling that information and giving you a score. So based on your performance on your Mythic Plus keys, right? So for example, on my Shaman right now, I did King's Risk, I did Temple at those level, and it took me that much time to do it. We depleted those keys. We did this one with a +1 upgrade. These two with the +2 upgrade, so +2 chest if you want so. And Raider.io is gathering that information and is giving me a score on it, right? So at the time of the weekly run, okay, so they are ranking information based on the top 500 of each weekly run that are done for a dungeon and a realm, and they're gathering that information and they're giving you a score. So first of all, not all of your Mythic Plus run are going to be registered. If they're too low, if they're not completed in time, if they're not high enough, they will not be tracked by the Blizzard website, by the Blizzard API. If they are not tracked by the Blizzard API, there is no way for Raider.io to know that information. They have no way of knowing that you completed a +5 freehold, right? So it needs to be high enough, but it is on a weekly basis. So if at any point you did a key and you were in the first top 500 of that weekly run for that dungeon and that realm, you will be on the website, which means that Raider.io will give you a score for that run. That score is then added and posted on the top here. So currently this is my Shaman on Illidan. I have a Mythic score of 832, right? This is because they added all of those. They added all of those scores that they're giving me for my runs, and they're adding it to that number. If you have the add-on installed, so currently I have the add-on, right? So Raider.io. This add-ons update daily and weekly. So the daily update will contain brand new information from Mythic runs that you did the day before, and they are also updating it weekly, I think, with name change, all those information. So if you server transfer and stuff like that, that's going to be updated weekly. But if you do brand new runs every day, it's going to be updated the next day. So you need to keep it updated. What information does it give you? Well, if I mouse over my character right now, it gives me my Mythic Plus score. So it's giving me my score, and currently it's telling me how many +15s run I've done. That's probably some old data from Legion. But currently it's letting me know that my Raider.io score is at 832, right? If I open the group finder, I go into Premade Group and I go in Dungeon and click Find Group. I can search right there and mouse over every single one of these groups and see what is the score of the leader, what is best run for that key. So for example, this gentleman is forming a group for Motherlode, okay? His best Motherlode key is a +9, and currently he's forming for a +5. there's a good chance he know what he's doing. He already did a +9, so he must know what the key requires, what the pulls are, what the dungeon is like. He has experience. I know he has experience. You can see that he also did all of the dungeons with +11, +10, 999, 8776, right? So he has a pretty good overall score. You're able to see that he has some experience doing Mythic Plus, so you can trust the group a bit more. Of course, this is not 100% accurate, right? It's not because you have an high score or that you did a 10 or that you did an 11 that you're a good player, or that the group is going to go well without fail or without issues. It's just a tool to help you out to make better decisions and quicker decisions, because without a tool like this, you would just have to go blindly or to ask people really specific question and try to trust them. Is that an issue in itself? I don't think so, but it saves times, right? And people like saving times. They like not wasting time doing a key, having people fail at mechanic. I mean, it's okay. Everybody is learning the game at some point, but if you're new to the game, if you have never done a Mythic Plus, you should probably not queue for a +9. You should probably not queue for a +10. You should probably start by doing a Mythic regular dungeon, learn the fight, and then go up from there. Do a +2, do a +3, right? Learn the mechanics, practice them, and try to gather some information and some experience. There is a reason that you have your own key and that you never lose it. So you can either upgrade your key or deplete it. If you deplete it, it just goes down by 1. And at 2, it just stays 2, right? Because it cannot go under a 2. So you can keep practicing with your own key, inviting your own people, creating your own group, and you will be able to get experience that way, and you can slowly grind it up. At some point, you will be doing +5, +6, +7. Those will start being tracked by the Raider.io website. Of course, these... so at the recording of this video, this is currently what the kind of keys that are going to get tracked. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and more. But in 1 month, 2 months, people are going to start doing a lot higher keys. There's already people doing 15s right now. There's already a group that have completed 15s, 14s. There's even people that have completed higher keys than that. But so this is going to change in a month, in 2. This is going to inflate. People are going to get more gear, and the keys are going to be higher. But the information is still going to be exactly the same. You need to practice, and you need to make sure you gather enough experience if you want to use Raider.io. Because whether you want to use it or not, other people are going to use it. So whenever you queue for a dungeon, right? Whenever you queue for a dungeon, people are going to look at your score. They're going to look at your experience. There is, I would say, 95% chance that people are going to do so, at least in higher keys, because the system has become so popular. It's not 100% fail-proof, like I said, but I would say it's pretty good. In my experience, it's usually pretty good. The higher up the rating is, the more chance there is that that player actually has experience. But I've seen people with 1,000 Raider.io rating that are dying to mechanics that are very, very easy to avoid. It could be because of lag. It could be because maybe they bought that rating, because that's also an issue. You can pay website to inflate that rating for you to carry you through runs. So it might not reflect the actual experience that you have with the game and with Mythic Plus, but it is a good indicator. In a good amount of percentage of the time, it's going to be a good indicator of whether the person has experience with the game or not. Is it perfect? Probably not. It's probably not perfect. Is it good for the game? I don't want to state on that. I personally like it. Sometimes I've been frustrated by the system because sometimes you start over from a break. You play on new class, right? You want to play an alt. Raider.io has a system for that, so you can go into the configuration of your account and you can flag which character you want as a main, which character you want to have shown as alts, right? So right now, if I log on onto my rogue in my Raider.io account, right? If I go in it, let's go into my account settings. if I go in it, I can sync my character, right? So I can sync it, and I can sync it and have all characters show up. All of my characters on that I want to track, and my rogue is right there. And it's included to link to my main character profile. My main character profile is my shaman, so I check that box right there. This one, main character, enabled. This means that my shaman is showing up whenever I'm on all of these characters. So if I'm on my rogue, people are going to see that my shaman is 832. So they're going to be like, okay, so this guy maybe doesn't have experience as a rogue, but he has experience as a shaman. So he did Motherload 9, right? So sometimes it's enough for people to trust you and invite you into their group. So is it good for the game? I think it is good. It has some negative effect for newer players and for people that are maybe not as good or as performing at the game, or elitist, I would say. So it's really hard to debate on that. I think the game without it would be a bit more frustrating and time-consuming, and the game with it is easier to deal with. It's less, I mean, you save a lot of time and stuff like that. So it's really a give or take. The tool is there. There's nothing we can do about it but embrace it. So I recommend that you download the add-on, set up your account on Raider.io, configure your account for your main character, your alts, and just use it. I mean, people are using it. There's, even if you're against it, people are using it, so you might as well just embrace it, see the good side of it, and try to use it. Try to practice, try to get some experience, try to get some rating, and try to use it. That's the best advice that I can give you, and I think this is the best way to make the tool work for you and not against you. So that was a big rambling video. I just talk about the add-ons. I don't know what you guys think about that. So that's gonna be it for me and this video today. So if you liked it, if you want to see more of those kind of rambling video, make sure you give a like on the video, and you can also comment down in the section below. You can ask questions, you can give me suggestion on what kind of content you would like to see next. I would be glad to record myself rambling for hours about anything, right? If you guys want to check me out on Twitch, I'm streaming live pretty much every day except Saturday. You can go check my schedule on Twitch, and we're rambling about pretty much everything World of Warcraft-ish, right? So if you guys want to check that out, make sure you come visit me on Twitch, give me a follow, and I will be I would greatly appreciate it. I would be grateful for it. So this is it for me, guys. Until then, good luck in BFA.